Hi, it's Snorgle. Welcome back to Exploring Minecraft, where I just cruise around Minecraft. You see I've gone 315,000 blocks from spawn. I'm just cruising around Minecraft, checking it out, exploring it, and just experiencing it. I haven't been playing Minecraft that long. I've only been playing... I'm going to make another pickaxe because I'm probably going to need it. I've already got one. Neat. So I've probably been playing 6 months, maybe. And I don't want to say I'm jealous because I'm not, but I kind of envy people who have been playing Minecraft a very long time, have a really intimate relationship with the game and biomes. And I kind of started this series as a way to do that, right? To sort of become more familiar with it. And as I've started to become more fascinated by, knew it. More just genuinely fascinated by how thoughtful a game this is. It's remarkable how incredibly thoughtful almost every part of this game is. Now there's some parts like this is obviously bedrock, so there's not quite the weird glitchy bugs things you have, but you still have like the weird water physics, right? Let's see. Here we go. Yep. Okay, so we need to go down a little bit here. Be careful, we don't want to explode. That would suck. I was watching the mid-offs where people who don't normally play speedrun Minecraft have coaches, have like really... Oh, wow, holy crap. Okay, let me think how we're going to do this. Okay. There we go. There. Let's see, nothing. We have some gold. Sure. Okay, just for now. What's that? I don't care. I don't care about those. Don't care about that. More gold, sure. We're doing pretty good on all the rest of the stuff, so we'll go out here now. It's safe for us to do so. Oh, you know what? Hold on. There's some crap I want to get rid of, and I don't mind getting rid of it in here. So let's do this. Put this in here. This and this and this. There we go. So anyway, I'm just trying to experience Minecraft. Become more familiar with it. Oh, it's nighttime. This is lovely. This is absolutely lovely. Let's find our way out. How did I get in here? I just get so lost. Can I get out, please? Anyway, so I really just wanted to develop that relationship with Minecraft, you know? And why am I not finding my way out? Oh, here we go. You'd think I'd know since my base in my survival world is a built around a desert temple. You'd think I'd be aware of this. I kind of want to take... Hold on. I kind of want a screenshot. Here. Yep. Let's Hope you don't mind me taking a screenshot, do you? Nice. Okay. Thank you for indulging me. Oh, by the way, I probably should put these back on. Shoes. There we go. Which way? That's the wrong way? That's the right way. Okay. Bunny? So, I talked about this last week, and I've been thinking about this more and more. How the terrain is generated. And we've discussed this before a little bit. We'll talk about it again because I think it's fascinating. Same with the trees. The trees are certainly procedurally generated, not random, procedural. There's a difference. There's a certain randomness to procedures, but there's also rules around them. And obviously the landscape is too, like you can see here. We just changed from this, I don't know what this biome is called, into a sort of a desert biome, right? I don't know if this is probably is a desert biome, since that was a desert temple. And I'm sure that it starts off with Perlin noise because that's sort of the de facto standard for. Okay, so there's a pillager outpost. We'll go by there. We always do. And there's another desert temple. What the heck is going on? So many desert temples. What is happening? But I think it's fascinating that when you start thinking about how they generate this, how do they generate the borders of the biome? How do they determine that? And there's rules around it. Like you can't have an ice biome next to a desert biome. You can't have a hot biome next to it. Like there's specific rules. I read some stuff about that. Okay. Go down here. Maybe there'll be. Look at that. Is that ominous or what? You know what? Maybe another. Thumbnail? Not sure. Okay. Let's see. Where are we going here? So yes, I really just wanted to. Just want to sort of become more familiar with it. That's my whole purpose of this is just to increase my familiarity with Minecraft because I do think it's one of those situations where when I mentioned this before when I first started playing I wasn't really thinking about why is it the best-selling game of all time. I hadn't really given it that much thought, you know, and I started playing it in the first 15 minutes. Sorry, I clicked away from the screen. Controversially. The first 15 minutes, I immediately understood. I knew exactly why it's the best-selling game of all time. The core mechanic, this mechanic right here, is one of the most deeply satisfying game mechanics I've ever experienced in my entire life. I've been a gamer since I was a kid, you know? I distinctly remember the very first time, that sense of wonder and awe. When you're a little tiny kid and you play a video game, you become aware of it for the first time. And it's amazing, right? And I'm not going to say that Minecraft does exactly that for me, you know, but it's darn close. Okay. Let's just, so we don't get blown up. What do we got here? Yeah, I just don't care about any of that. Okay. I don't care about any bones. I don't care about that. I'll take these. Sure, why not? I've got some somewhere. So if we come across a good trade, hey, diamond horse armor. Yeah, just not very good ones. Stop it. Okay. Not very good temples, but that's okay. Not everyone can be the best thing in the world or the worst. That is an ominous look. Not gonna lie. Let's go see if there's some of those look how the bunnies, that's so cool. They just blend right in. That's really neat. I don't see any trapped animals or an iron golem. Oh, nope, there's an iron golem right there. Those stupid pillagers. I hate it. Let's get him out. Poor guy. Hi. Let me get you out of here, buddy. Wrong one. I got you. There you go. Oh, there's these poor bluebird things too. Gosh. I like it. It's not nice. Sorry. You had to do that. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, there's more over here too. What the heck? Stupid pillagers. I'm not a fan of the pillagers. Just, not only just as people, but let's see. Oh, hi. How you doing there, buddy? Okay. Can I head on up? See if there's anything in here. Why not? Do I have, hold on. I do, oh, yeah, let's put this there. Can't. Put it in here. There. Okay. Lovely. That's a nice view. Screenshot plenty. You never know. Oftentimes I do this afterwards, but sometimes I do the thumbs afterwards after I record. But sometimes I end up missing like some important stuff that happened during the video, and of course because I have that position thing up there, sometimes it's not always the best thumb shot. So okay, we're going this way. This way. Yes. And I don't understand what these things are. I legitimately don't understand what these are. Hold on. No, there's a faster way. You go over here. You get out of here. You get out of here. You get out of here. And I'm just going to make my way away from you. Okay. There we go. And so how the terrains are generated. I mean, this could certainly be Perlin noise, right? It could be. It most certainly on a higher scale, it certainly is, right? But I'm not convinced that it's exclusively Perlin noise on a boots on the ground, like. Oh my gosh. I'm not thoroughly convinced that. That is so cool. Look at that. That is so neat. Let's head over here and see what's going to happen in this village. You don't have to run away from me. It's all good. I'm just here to look at your stuff. Oh. Nah. Okay. Uh-oh, there's been excuse me. Pardon me. Nope. They're super keen on the green. Whoa. You could have built this just a little bit in a different. Jesus. Look at that. Jeez. Hello. Don't mind me. Oh, I have to. Oh, for Pete's sake. What? He's down. They're down. They're down. Okay. Nobody in this one? Oh, you are. Sorry. Jeez. dare you look at me that way? I mean, it's like, I'm pillaging his village. Fair. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. Well, sorry. I didn't mean to intrude. Okay, what's in here? Anything up here? No. Okay. 3 doors to his house? Man, that's fancy. This is the tower? Yeah. I don't know what's at the top here, but... Oh. Oh. Yes, please. I guess. Maybe we could trade with them, but I'm not sure what. I don't know when I'm picking those up. It's not... Maybe habit. I don't know. This way? Yes. Let's go. But like even just looking at this, right? Perlin noise, I don't think entirely accounts for that. And it would have to be tweaked very specifically for each different biome, right? So, I mean, maybe it is, but if that's the case, we're sort of moving away from what Perlin noise is. Because the thing I really like about these is, like, look how this is structured, right? This little hill. Everything though around here is structured in a similar fashion. See the way, like the way that it's built from a procedure standpoint, and not all deserts are like that. Like they're all unique. That's the thing that I find so utterly fascinating. And it didn't have to be that way, right? It'd be really easy just to say, well, we're done. Like a lot of other games do, you know? And there's nothing wrong with that. Like, it's the standard in some ways. But that's just not what they did. And same with the as I mentioned, you know, the mining mechanic, right? That game mechanic. It's so incredible, right? And it's so absolutely perfect. And I have a series where I'm playing 1.0.0, and they nailed it out of the box. And my guess is that they worked on that for months and months and months until they got it just right, like absolutely perfectly just right. Whoa. That would be my guess. But whoa, how do we get down there without causing trouble? Oh, right here. Great. So my guess would be that they worked on that, and it's not by accident, right? That they didn't just stumble across the literal perfect game design mechanic, right? That they toiled over it, you know? Okay. Guess we'll go around here. Why not? And I think that part's interesting to me. There's so many reasons for them to not be as thoughtful as they could. But then the other aspects, like the water physics, are so weird. I'm convinced that they hacked it together because they had some deadlines, and then people got used to it and they couldn't fix it. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? That's a lot of features in products and in games end up kind of starting that way, right? Like happy little accidents. Or sometimes you do something and it does something weird, and it gives you an idea. And like, oh, I didn't write it to mean to do that, but that's really cool what it's doing. What is that? Why is that so lit over there? Probably lava, I would think. That looks curious. I don't think it is, but it just looks curious because of the position I was in. No. I don't think it is curious. It just looked odd. Yeah, look how light that is over there. I can't see the light source. Not that it matters. Let's go. So yeah, so I've been thinking a lot about how the terrain is generated. I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan. And I'm not quite sure, but I think that, they announced recently that they were de-obfuscating the code, and that's super interesting to me, because I can't think of another game that had obfuscated code. I mean, most games do. So that when you decompile it, it's confusing and it's harder to tell what's happening. And as a consequence, it makes it harder for the people to steal your stuff. See, and another really just nice biome change here. Like that. Just a nice little biome change, and boom, we're in a new one. Also, the Purlinois is the Purlinois. It'd be tricky to pull that off. And take a look at this and see how the topography is it's consistent. As we go through this entire biome, we'll notice that the ways that these variants and these little ups and downs, they're very consistent and they all fit together. And if we go to another biome that's like this, that won't be the case. It'll look different and it'll have its own personality, for lack of a better term. Personality is actually a pretty good way to put it, if I do say so myself. It's like each one has an own individual personality, like each biome has, and they may be related. They may even be, twins, for example. But they each have their own really specific peculiarities. Okay. Very interesting to me. Very interesting indeed. So, they're I was going to say Microsoft, but that's, of course, I meant Mojang, announced they're de-obfuscating the code, meaning they're not going to try to hide what they're doing anymore. So things like you might have a variable, and the variable might be called blight source, and the value might be moon, or magma blocks or fireflies, right? And it just defines something in the code, right? It doesn't matter what it is, just defines something. But if you obfuscate it, then you call that variable like xy x43b. It doesn't mean anything. It's completely made up, and then it just makes it an absolute nightmare to figure out what's happening. And that's the idea, right? Is that it makes it too hard to discover what's happening. So people create maps, like in particular Minecraft, the modding community. There's several pretty accurate maps that tell you, here's what this stuff means, and here's what it does, and here's what's going, here's what these methods are called, and here's what these functions are called, and blah blah blah, right? Here's what the classes are. And they're going to stop doing that, which is going to wreak havoc in the modding community, to be sure, but it's not going to affect Bedrock at all. This is strictly a Java thing, but it's very interesting. It's such a bold, thoughtful move. It's a really thoughtful move, which is, I don't want to say it's a little bit unusual. I think it's slightly unusual, given that apparently Notch, the founder of Mojang and who's now a billionaire, is apparently not a very nice person, and he said some really terrible stuff, and not very nice. And I don't like people who aren't very nice. And that's I'm not to detract from what he's made, because that doesn't change that this is, in my opinion, still one of the best games that's been ever made, right? Ever. Get up there. Okay. And that doesn't change that. It's just disappointing. Let's see. Yeah, we'll see if we can get up here. Okay, there we go. We're getting up here. We got this. Okay. We got this. But I'm very excited to take a look at the deobfuscated code. Oh, look at you. You're so cute. I'm very excited to take a look at the deobfuscated code. I think it would be extremely interesting. And that's coming up at some point in the near future, I think. I don't think it's too far away. Ooh, can we get down here? Sorry for whistling. Can we get down here without killing myself? Maybe. Probably. Maybe? Unclear. Oh, we can. Okay, good. Good. I'll just swim across here. Why not? It's fine. It's fine. Ooh. Let's climb up here. Hello, how you doing? If I may, snip. Thank you. I do that because I leave the beds that I sleep in. I don't take it with me because if I die, what I don't want is to end up back at spawn. That would be. I mean, we could fix it, but it would not be the best thing in the world. Let me just say that. Don't want these. Go away. So as I played this, I really feel like I'm getting to know Minecraft better, just walking along. But the thing that's interesting to me is I've come across so many interesting things, desert temples and a ton of pillager outposts and mansions and some pretty obscure things. Some, you know, and my theory is that it's because I'm traveling so much, right? I don't stay in one place. I don't build a base. I just go, right? Should we do this one? Oh my gosh. Thought I fell through. Now it wouldn't be the end of the world, but it wouldn't have been great. Okay, here we go. A little too close to the edge there. I'm going to move in a little bit. Yeah, and see, and now look at this. Notice how we have this really interesting side of a mountain, but it's distinctly different than that desert mountain we were looking at just a few minutes ago. And all this fits together. And if we see another one like this, it's not going to look the same. It's going to look different. It will be similar, of course, because it's the same biome, but it won't look the same. I'm endlessly fascinated by that. I love a good procedurally generated world, though, or anything really. Same with like the trees. I really, really love the procedurally generated trees. And when you look at like when you first start playing Minecraft, like in Minecraft 1.0, not with you in particular, but when Minecraft first came out, the trees clearly were not. Whoa! Can we go around this? I think we can, with not too much effort. It takes us a little bit out of the way, but it's fine. No big deal. Like I said, I'm not like one of those, I'm going to go in a straight line. I'm not going to, my X position isn't going to vary more than 10 degrees either way. And it's like that, nah. I just want to experience Minecraft. You know, I don't want to do some event or feat. I just want to experience it. Oh, village, that's nice. Hold it. Hi, buddy. Come here. Come. Hi, Snip. I keep clicking outside of the game, and it's really irritating. I'm not sure why that's happening. I feel like the last update was not QA'd well enough. They changed some folder locations and screwed up a bunch of... Oh, by the way, you notice I have switched back to vanilla just for now, and not actions and stuff, because actions and stuff is just so screwed up. It's really messed up, and I'm not a fan. Okay, what do we got here? I don't care. I'm going to steal a bed, though. You know what? There we go. I'll give you some dirt and some leaves for your bed. Thank you. What do you got? You normally don't have anything worthwhile. What are you doing up there? Dude, you're sus. Here. Let me help you. There. What do you got? Get over here. What do you got? Absolutely nothing of value. Okay, bye. That's fine. Hello? Don't kill me. Let's just keep going. Ouch. Fine though. It's fine. We got this. Okay. I might do the happy guessing again too, because that's where you could really start seeing the topography. It's so interesting to view it. To view it in terms of, how am I doing on wool? Oh, I'm doing fine. No problem. I don't need any more. I don't need any more wool. It's so interesting to view that way. Just from, you know, however many 100 blocks up, and just to look at the larger scale, it's a totally different view. It's so interesting. Like I said, I've been watching the mid-offs, and it's very interesting to me. I'm not really a speedrun kind of person. My brain doesn't work that way. I don't care for that, but I like watching it. It's very impressive to watch. And you pick up some tips. You know, there's some interesting tips you pick up on how to handle stuff, which I think is interesting. The level of knowledge it takes, for example, to know like which fortress it is or which bastion it is, I'm not sure which one, and where all the exact gold is and stuff, and memorizing that is just astounding. And just knowing how to do things as fast as possible. It's so interesting. It's crazy to me that the world records, the really, really high performing speedruns are in the single digits minute wise. That's insane to me. That's so crazy. But even in the mid-offs, people who don't do speedruns are being coached. Like some are getting, I saw SB 737 get like a 17-minute, 18-minute run. Another one got 20. For someone who doesn't do speedruns, that seems impressive to me. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just an idiot, but that seems extremely impressive to me. See it again. Look at this. See how this is. I don't want to say violent because it's not really violent, but something's going on with my mouse, and it's not me. I think it keeps drifting off, and I don't quite understand it because it should be centered in the game. That shouldn't be possible actually, unless I tab out of it. Typically. So I apologize for that, but it's I realize it's out of my control. Hello, how you doing? How you doing? Good. Glad to hear it. Nope. Gonna go around. Because I saw where that was going and I don't like it. Okay. So I do wonder, how do they define the barrier between biomes, right? How do they define that? Is that defined by the larger Pirlinois map? Maybe. Could be. Is it something else? So there's some different rules about the boundaries? I don't know. Has anybody looked into this? Probably. It's been around, the game's been around for a very long time, and people have examined many parts of it very carefully. Some very, very smart people know a lot about this game. And I'm a fan of those people and this game. Look at that. Like, that's interesting. See, that's interesting too. Kind of a different biome over here. That biome over there. So interesting. And again, and with like the little sand, like up here. So fascinating. Let's see. Come here. Okay, let's go. I feel like that's going to be water, so it wasn't a death trap, but a wet trap? Look at this chunky tree. It's kind of short and chunky. I'm not tree shaming, mind you. I'm just saying. Okay, let's keep going. I'm enjoying our little chat. I feel like I'm getting to know it more In fact, it's funny. I mean, I feel like I'm getting to know Minecraft more through this play than through my regular one, my survival world one, the new one, which is, you know, interesting. It's neither good nor bad, of course, but we'll go this way. Why not? We're still going up, but we're, you know, see if we can maybe find a way to hit the open ocean. I wouldn't mind that. It's not looking like it, but we'll see. Hold it. Stop. Wait, stop. Hold it. Stop. Okay. But also things like where they place you. Given... Okay, let's be careful, because there can be lava around here, and there's definitely ways to hurt ourselves, so... Okay, what's in here? Really nothing I need. Feather Falling 4. That's pretty good. I think I may take that. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these on, and then when we get to snow, I will keep these, and when we get to snow, hold it. I will, let's put stuff in exchange, because there's stuff I don't need. I don't need that. I don't need this. Is there anything else I don't need in here? Wait. Okay. I'm trying to be organized, and it's not working very well. Darn it. Okay. I got a decent number of golden apples. Is there anything... You know what? I do not need this. Those are fine. Okay. Which way are we going? Yes, be careful. There's lava right there. Careful. I guess we're going this way. Nope. Going this way. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, I walked right by you. I'm sorry. I apologize for that. I apologize for that. And I like the water distribution and stuff here too is interesting as well. Because you see that a bit, but it's not very common, but you do see it. I wonder what triggers that or how they make that decision. Because you can have that biome and there can be not those pools of water, right? It's very interesting. It's so fascinating. Like in the trees falling down with little mushrooms growing on it. It's a nice choice. It's a very nice choice. And I really like the fact that it's very clear. It's always and immediately clear what you can interact with, which is almost everything. Like, there's nothing that you go by that's just noise, you know? In one way or another, maybe you can't do it now, right? But maybe you don't have the right tools or something. But, you know, like obsidian. If you don't have a diamond pickaxe, you're not going to be able to get it, really. I'm not sure if you can get it with iron, or if it just, you'd spend an hour and a half and then it just breaks, right? I don't know about that. My guess would be you can't do it. Well, oh, that's fine. That's just nothing. But everything you can interact with, unlike, say, Subnautica, where I tried playing it, and it was interesting, and I see why people like it, but I don't care for it. Again, because it's the problem with almost every single crafting game that I have that's not Minecraft. It's always this hunt and try to find the stuff, and Minecraft isn't like that. There's a sense of discovery, but you don't have the frustrating part of it. So one of the reasons why I think it's popular with people like me who finally came around, but who don't play crafting games, right? But also people who play crafting games, because it scratches a bunch of different itches. Thought that was down there. Yep. So I was a little overreacted, just a little bit, but not too bad. Okay. Okay. Love the sound at night. It's so quiet. Okay, let's see. How are we going to do this? I would swim. Why not? I would swim. Why not? Okay. Here we go. I was very proud of my... I built like a... I watched SB7. I don't know if I mentioned this. In my survival world, I built a semi-automated sugarcane farm. And I built it just by watching somebody do something. SB737 was like, I need to do a sugarcane farm, and built one. And I looked at it, and I looked up what some of the things did, and I understood it. And I understood how it worked. I didn't have to look up a tutorial. I didn't have to whatever. I just understood how it worked, and I built it. And I even made what I would consider to be a little improvement on it. I was pretty pleased with that, as opposed to just looking it up and doing a tutorial, right? Which is, weirdly, a lot of people do that. Look at these big trees. Wow. And there's nothing wrong with that, right? There's nothing wrong with that at all. They exist like that for a reason. Why is this lit up over here? This is giant mushroom. Chicken, you should be careful, because you're going to be fried chicken if you're not, well, seared chicken. Okay. And going at night is so interesting too, because it gets a distinctly different flavor than the daytime, right? What's that over there? Wow, like lava, giant lava from really high. I don't think I can get a better view of it. Kind of want to though. Maybe we can get a better view if we come up here. Yeah, we can kick it. Wow, holy crap. Look at the size of that thing. It's gigantic. It's just huge. I can't get a feeling for how far away it is. I kind of want to see it up close. I'm not gonna lie. How do I get over there? Maybe I go this way? I know this is taking us off path a little bit, but I really want to see it. At least a little bit better. Maybe not completely up close because it might be too far away, but... Things keep getting in my way of the view. Mildly frustrating. Not a huge deal, though. Not a big deal at all. Wow, look at that. Look at that. Holy crap. How do I... Yeah. Oh my gosh. Ouch. No, it doesn't work. Let's just, yeah, maybe that. Maybe. That's cool. My gosh. And it's kind of scorping out over here. Wow. That tree that's shenanigans. That's not. Oh, hello, little chonkers. I love the chonkiness of the bees. I really do. Whoa, 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 whoa. Up and over. Don't fall in. I feel like Don't Fall In should be a name of like a board game from the 1950s. I always feel like those, when you look at things from like the 40s and the 50s and stuff. But, you know, it always seemed like they had a concept of fun. It was slightly different from what we have now. But like when you look at things from like the 1800s or something, I always feel like they never truly had a concept of what really fun was, you know, for like kids and stuff. I could be wrong about that though. I'm not a historian. What do I know? Nothing, I tell you. Absolutely nothing. I read that the wild animal that the cow was domesticated from went extinct in like the 1500s. Isn't that wild? And it makes me think like there's not wild chickens because they're strictly a domesticated bird. What bird were those from? I don't know. They have to be from something wild, like they're not just made domesticated. There has to be some change, right? Not sure what it is. Not sure what it is. That lava was really cool. That was neat. I like it. Okay. Hey, I did it. I see the cool people do that, and I was always kind of wanting to do it, but a little scared. I mean, I wasn't really scared. I just think it's funny to say that, but a little hesitant because I didn't think I could do it, but I did it. Neat. Now I'll have to start doing it all the time. Okay. Let's see. Looks like we have to go this way and then continue on a little bit. See if we can do that. Look, another big lava thing. That's really cool. One of the things that's really interesting about speed runs and about like the mid offs is like there's this technique where you find a lava source and you build this kind of funky frame and then put a water source on it, and you can just dump lava into the water source and it becomes obsidian, and you make it like another portal ludicrously fast. I made a huge mistake and I regret everything. Does it still go or does it stop? It does stop, doesn't it? It does. It stops. Darn it. Maybe there's an easier way back here. I know we're backtracking. That's okay. We can backtrack if it still means forward progress. Eventually. I think trying to find the right way to go. I need to be going that way, but let's do this. This looks more pleasant. This looks like a more pleasant experience. Okay. It's still weird to me that when you get the boats, right, that they sink. You hit it with an axe enough and it goes in the water and it sinks. It's a boat. It's not going to sink just because you're not in it. Like, you know? I think for small things like this, it makes much more sense to swim because it's fast and you don't have to get out of the boat and smack it with the axe 48 times. If this were Java, it'd be better, objectively. Objectively better. Okay, let's see. What are we going here? What is going on? Can we go down a little bit, maybe? Yeah. Whoop. Curious. I'm not really collecting any ore. I'll take iron because I use it to make tools, but besides that, I just don't care. Honestly. Okay, let's see. We'll do this. There we go. Whoop. Oh, for Pete's sake. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, there we go. To a nice sort of plains biome. Can I get down here without dying? Yeah. Heck yeah. This almost, look at this. This almost seems like a little transition area between biomes, you know? That's interesting. That's really interesting. Okay. We're where acacias grow. I like the wood. One of my, I'm not sure my favorite wood, but it's one of them in Minecraft. I think my favorite is going to either be cherry, like stripped cherry, or perhaps like the pale oak in the pale garden. Not the smoothest one, but still good, and I'll take it. Okay. Yeah, we'll just... So now we got like some plains biomes. That's the thing I do like about Java is you can tell what biome you're in, and you can't really... There's probably a mod for it, maybe? I'm not sure. I'm surely it identifies it on some level in the game, right? They have to because they're making it, but... Very interesting. Yeah, I really do like watching the speedrunners though, because I pick up some really interesting things. There's, first of all, exploding a bed in the nether. You can do it, but there's very, very easy ways to die doing it. like legit, you know, even if you think you're okay. Like, I've seen people do it, but it's tricky. The bed thing with the Ender Dragon is always kind of interesting to me too. I know. I watched something with a dragon. I know. I don't like it, but I liked watching what the players were doing, so I put up with the stupid dragon for that. I'm sure I've mentioned before, if you're watchers of my channel at all, I don't like dragons. I don't do them. Hey, a village. I don't wish them any harm. I just don't want anything to do with it. I've been that way since I was a kid. Yeah, we can go down here. Why not? Sure. Look at that. So funny. Like they build the path going into their village was built up this mountain. That's hysterical. That's so funny. Because they all, like a lot of villages have these paths into a village, but look, this one, it's so funny. You look at it from up above and it kind of looks like it, but down here it's all squirbly. That's so funny. That's not a thing. That's not a thing. Anything interesting in here? Excuse me. Excuse me. Nope. Hey, what are you doing? Stop it, weirdo. Hello? Nothing? Okay. I didn't realize this either, but apparently there are... That's so weird. Why is it letting me do that? That's really odd. I don't understand it. But there are different types of villages. There's Blackfist Village and other types of village. I think it's really interesting. I looked up from the speedrun thing. They're like, what type of village is it? Okay, well that has this and this and that and that and blah, blah, blah. Kind of interesting. Okay. What is, you know. I have a ton of emeralds. I'm not sure I need them all. Okay. Keep going. We'll keep going. Did I take a bed? I thought I did. Yeah, I stole someone's bed from the last village. Let's go. And see, look how this is so funky. This terrain and with the acacia trees, so funky. That's really interesting. I find it really fascinating. Okay, here we go. Bonk. Yeah. There we go. Whoop. Okay, there we go. Okay. I guess we'll try climbing this mountain. Why not? It looks relatively climbable, although I probably should have not put my dirt away because I will definitely need it at some point here. Definitely need it. Okay. I think this is probably a decent place to bed down. Go to sleep, think about what tomorrow brings us, but that will have to wait for the next video. Thank you so much for watching this playthrough of Minecraft. Just exploring Minecraft, cruising around, looking at different things. I'm super fascinated by the biomes, the topography, and how they're doing that now, and just experiencing them. And I feel like every time I do one of these videos, I get a little more acquainted with this amazing game. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time for more exploring Minecraft. See you in the next video.